Shabbat Shalom. This week's Torah portion is called Vayeitzei, and it's about Yaakov's journey to Haran to begin his family who would eventually become the Jewish people. It says about Yaakov, it says that he worked for his soon-to-be wife Rachel for 7 years, and the 7 years seemed to him like days out of his great love for her. Something very peculiar here. When we want something very much, usually anything that stops us from getting it is irksome. We're impatient to get that thing of our desire. How come by Yaakov it said that the 7 years seemed like him just a number of days? The answer is, it's a question of where the desire comes from. If the desire comes from our emotions, almost like a child, then anything that we see that's stopping us, we're impatient to reach our goal. Anything that stops us is an obstacle that we want to push away from it. The longer the time, the more impatient we become. Not so when the desire comes from our intellect. When we see that our goal is something so important, and we realize that we have to work, there's certain steps that we have to do to be able to achieve that goal. Those steps we don't see them as being something, we don't face them with impatience. We don't see them as being some irksome. We see them as being what we need to get to this incredible value that's so greater than the work we have to do, that the work doesn't bother us at all because of how great it is, the goal that we want to achieve. Okay? That's the reason why by Yaakov that he saw Rachel as his vehicle, that together they were going to make the Jewish people, the Jewish family, to create 12 tribes. For him, the 7 years were just like days. The lesson is for all of us. We have to examine where our desires come from. If it comes from emotions, then sometimes in our patience, that it's just a part of our desire to reach our goal. But when we see that the desire comes from our intellect, there we can put in the effort that's required to reach that lofty ideal. Shabbat Shalom.